Chapter 8. From their homes must all flee. The travelling merchants are surprisingly well stocked. Ubin, the old Varl, dubbed Scrivener, says. Since Borsgard, our numbers have grown. People have scavenged for food and eaten it too. Regardless, we'll need plenty of supplies considering our destination. Where can I find merchants? You can't miss them. A group of tents they call a market. What kind of supplies do we need? Stuff like food and mead for the trip. The merchants have got a few interesting items as well, but folks can't eat those in lean times. You'll have to choose wisely. Oh, we're doomed. Even your renown will only stretch so far. Thanks, Ubin. Of course, he says. Oh, almost forgot. There's something ruffling the feathers of the ravens. The mercenaries who followed us from Borsgard. Chat with their leader, Bolverk. But be careful. He's not like other Varl. This medallion gives you information about your caravan. Population, including population, supplies, renown, and the number of days that have passed. I assume that, well, I'm guessing that's only in this game. We were much further along before. I was thinking that was the amount of supplies, and that was the days of supplies, but it isn't. We've got very poor things, so we might want to rest a bit. We've got quite a bit of renown. I wonder if... I'm guessing that's something we've carried over, but I might be wrong. This banner indicates that you have enough supplies to provision your caravan for 28 days of resting or travel, at least for the moment. A larger population requires more supplies per day to survive. You can acquire additional supplies at the market. Let's have a look. These are the supplies the merchant has available. He will give you 5 per renown, and you need 7 supplies per day to survive. I assume that's at the moment. This shows what you have. Your 197 supplies will last for 28 days. You have 104 renown available to purchase supplies. Click this button to add 15 or more supplies to your caravan. The area to the left will show you how these will affect your thing. Oh, hello. So that's 5. 5 puts us up a day. Pretty much each one puts us up a day, doesn't it? I mean, I could just get everything. I probably shouldn't get everything. Because these people will need food as well. I think 30 is probably sufficient. Let's go with 31. Now you've added supplies, you must confirm the change by pressing this button. Markets also have items available. These items are equipped by your heroes and can provide a great advantage. The required hero rank is shown in the red circles. When finished, exit. Mare's Cord, plus 2 arm talent ranks, plus 3 arm. Plus 3 arm? I mean, will that give either 4? 4 arms? Heavy pommel adds a little weight to a weapon when you want some extra heft in your swing. Knockback on strength attacks 5. That's quite useful. Dangler's Eye. I don't like -1 to move. Oh, that's plus. Well, it's bonus arm, isn't it? So plus 3 to armor, which is useful. Plus 3 on all talent ranks, but you need to be level 10 for it. Plus 20%. Plus 3 to all talent ranks. Plus 1 strength. I wonder what level people are. I'll leave it. I might come back. Can I have a look at my team? I want to look at my team. Oh well, I should probably go and talk to people. Oh, the heroes are in a separate section. I can go and talk to them later. Let's go and talk to Oddleif. Oddleif, a friend and mentor, is demonstrating fletching an arrow to a few people as you approach. Give us a moment, will you? The group walks away as Oddleif stands and wipes loose feathers from her tunic. Those people owe you their lives. Your decision to stop here saved every one of them. Well, our clansmen all agreed. Don't be naive. Saving people is what you do. What your father did. Those under this banner agreed because they follow you. Her tone is forceful, and you almost smile to break the tension. Almost. Alette, they respected Rook, and that respect has passed to you. But give them any reason to doubt you, and it will vanish. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really... Neither did your father. Not always. Well, I was playing him, so of course he had no idea what was going on. But the caravan saw him as confident and competent. How? I was playing him. Yep. Yeah, but why? How? Be decisive. Oh, we're doomed. For now, while you're proving yourself, keep your emotions private. That always ends well. Just my advice. She stares at you for a drawn-out moment before nodding. Her demeanor softens. I wanted to discuss the Clansmen. They're good at scavenging for food, and the more we have, the more food they'll find. Training some of them to fight will help keep the others safe. But it takes time, and I'm not sure we have much of that to spare. As our leader, you're expected to decide how many fight, and how many look for food. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Oddleaf. You turn to leave, but Oddleaf stops you. She grabs you in a tight hug. Rook had a way of making it easy for all of us to be stronger. Her words seem to be as much for her as they are for you. Shieldy dude. Poor caravan morale causes a -2 willpower penalty in a battle. Maintain sufficient supplies and rest in camp to improve morale. Shield dude, whose name escapes me. I think it begins with an E. You find Eagle. Yay. Or Gil. Engage in conversation with Prince Ludin. Oh, you're still here. And wait to approach. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. I didn't know there were rules on how to ask. Oh. Love is in the air. Something, 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 something. But now you do. But now you do. My father clearly needs to enforce customs across this backlands of his kingdom. Oh, out here, where we earn a name for ourselves instead of being born with a title. Ludin, surprised by their comments, sees you standing nearby. He straightens his posture. Your words are getting the better of you. I'll attempt to forget what you've just said. The prince nods to you and walks away. What was that about? Gil looks shocked to see you. Nothing. Just becoming a Kingsguard requires more than skill. You need a name. You've got a name. It's Eagle. It's right there. Kingsguard? You're looking forward to Arborang, are you? Just thinking about the future, you know. I'm trying to give you a knowing look. Yeah, I know. Doesn't work. He suddenly looks concerned. Listen, I'm sorry for not fighting by you during the attack. You didn't need... No, I do. I promised your father I'd always protect you. Things happened fast, so I didn't even notice... I didn't notice you. I didn't need protecting, but I could use a friend. Then why won't you by my side? Oh dear. I don't want to do 4. A friend, maybe? It depends. I've got to think about what her character's going to be like, because I don't think she's that grim. Because okay, I don't need protecting, but I could use a friend. That's what we're going with. I don't... Because I don't know how this is meant. Like, is this kind of like, you'll have more chances to keep your promise? Or is that more kind of like, I suppose you'll have more chances to keep your promise. Because they say 2 different things. Although they say the same thing, they say... I'd say you understand what I'm talking about, but I'm not sure I do. I don't need protecting, but I could use a friend. I get that, and we are friends, but... He searches for the right words. The point is... I'm around. If you need me. Thanks, Gil. That means a lot. You give him a brief smile before walking away. You missed your best chance, Gil. Ah, you fool. Who do you think you are? Me? And now... this fellow. Name begins with a B. Wasn't paying attention. The Varl leader, Bolverk, and a rather large female fighter are talking to Juno, a member of the spell-weaving Menders Council. Bolverk looks annoyed. Nothing unusual there. There is no haggling on this. You already accepted the offer in Borisgard. Get this one to do it. Get me to do what? If Juno's surprised by your presence, it doesn't show. She continues to stare straight at the Varl. Alert is seeing to the survival of this caravan. Something I doubt you care to do. She's a little small for such a big role, isn't she? I don't know why she's Scottish. She is. And you're big for your small role. Don't talk about me like I'm not here. You're right. You're right. Sorry for being rude. Unfortunately, this is a private matter. A look at Bolverk says she expects him to keep it private. Ivan needs my help with healing the wounded, but we should leave soon. See Hakon on the dock when you're ready. Juno leaves without another word. Fane Valka. One of these days, Claw and Fang will get thirsty for Spellweaver blood. Claw and Fang? His axes. The large axe heads are polished, blades sharp, and the cheeks scarred from plenty of use. But it's the grey handles that stand out. They're unlike anything you've seen before. So you're leading this rabble now? Only to Arborang, then it's King Meinolf's job. Like he's got the answer to any of this. Yes, I'm sure he would. The pigtailed fighter laughs. What's your name? I'm Volker, a shield maiden in charge of keeping the ravens alive. Bolverk gives her a stern look, but she doesn't back down. I already know who you are, chieftain. I'm not the... what? I'm not going to raise that. I heard there's a problem I should know about. The Varl seems to grow taller and more wild as he takes a step towards you. You stopping to save every Fane idiot along the river will get us all killed. Makes more sense to only stop the ships when we need supplies. And get rid of half these useless people too. They're slowing us down. That is not going to happen. We'll see what happens when you really get desperate, kid. If you're even still in charge of these fools. Bolverk snorts and turns his attention to a large sealed car behind him. His bear-cloaked back indicates the conversation is over. I think he had 4 voices in that conversation. Oh, that's how we move on to leave. No, I want to look at the heroes. I want to know what I mean, I could buy some of these just on the assumption that I'm going to be able to use them later. Ring of Bygone Kings and Slaves, plus 3 total. Oh, that's quite expensive. I'll get the pommel. And I think I will leave that. No, I'll get the armor as well. I don't know what level we're on. Rest. Weak caravan morale because -1 willpower. Maintain sufficient supplies. Yeah, we've already done that. Yeah, we're just at that awkward. I'll get back to 31, I think. It's normal morale. I think we can head off now. The wooden planks of the well-used dock creak as you walk across them. Hakon, a warrior recently acknowledged as king of the Varl, paces on the dock. Not sure I was made for this, he says as you approach. Commanding in battle is one thing, but deciding how many chickens we need to bring... No, you seem to be handling it just fine. I'm not looking for praise, Hakon says. I just want to know what we're expecting when this is all over. There's so few Varl left. How do I keep my people alive? You search for something to say, but he stops you. I'm not looking for an answer from you either. It's something a Varl king should be able to figure out. Let's seal. Don't think there's anything else to do. Let's depart. After lighting the funeral pyre, and playing a blast on the horn, the last villagers find seats on your rickety longships built of scrap wood scavenged in Borsgard. The ravens find space aboard a large cart on their black-sailed vessel. oars slowly move all the boats into the river's current. Oh, cool, we've got boats now. Yay! And obviously, the lead one has the banner furling from it. I love the first game and the movement like this. This would be good. The complaints of a few are growing. What does she really know about getting us to Arbarang safely? A smith says. A few others chime in with agreement. Her father was something else but her. She should be looking for a husband, not telling me what to do. Not telling me what to do. Some laugh, others encourage him. Oddleif looks at the group of men before turning to you. She seems interested in hearing your response. My father... You ignore them. They're just going to keep pushing you. Leave now before I decide to let... That... I don't think she's going to be harsh, because I don't think Rook was, if memory serves. My father was great. I hope to be remembered as fondly. To Rook, someone shouts, and to his blood flowing through Alette. The caravan joins in cheering, drowning out the complaints of the smithers' men. Oddleif gives you a faint smile. Yay, morale improved. Woo! I think if you throw them out, then it's like, whoa. Like, do we really want this person who's just going to turn against us? Aleo looks ill. At least it's not the brackish sea, he whispers to himself as he steps around rowers and baggage to speak with you. I'm not sure we were all built for aquatic voyages, he says. And I hear Arbarang is quite a distance away. My people could use a few hours' rest on solid ground. The hopeful look from others sway you, and you signal for the ships to make land. Would you mind telling me why the capital's our destination? Now, bro. Juno says the Mendes there can protect us. I should look this up. This would be useful to know. Arbarang's walls have never been breached. The Valka Juno says the Mendes there can protect us. I'm not sure I want to say this. I don't know why. I'm just not sure I want to spread that information. Arbarang's walls have never been breached. Ah, of course. The growing walls should certainly keep a dredge army at bay. Shouldn't they? You say nothing. Dredge, Aleo says, almost in awe. Man and Val's storied foe from oh so ever long ago. But they're real. And here? How have they made it so far south? His glance at the Val is met with both anger and shame. The longship rocks gently and the Skald grabs a rope to steady himself. If only we had the fabled horses to ride upon, we'd outpace the dredge and be on sound footing. His dramatized misery is almost as amusing as his thanks when he steps back onto land.